Well, it's another visit day. I just got through writing in my journal. I'm really having a hard time today. And I think a lot of it's to do with just the visits. You know, the stressing about the ex being there and everything. I don't know if that's a normal thing, because I've never really had it with anything else or anyone else. You know, even with my first marriage, you know, when we had the visits and all that, and whenever she would still come around, to me it was never an issue. You know, I never really cared. I didn't stress about it. I didn't worry about it. I didn't feel anxious inside. My body didn't want to tense up. But with her I do, and I think it's a lot to do with the PTSD. You know, I've been moving pretty quickly through a lot of this stuff, and that may be a problem. I may be actually not moving through it as quickly as I think. I just might be lying to myself. So I'm gonna have to really think about that and watch myself and keep journaling, you know, and keep talking to my friends. But it's not as bad as it was in the beginning, because I don't expect her to be getting out today or anything, because it is raining, or it has been. I'm just gonna do like I normally do, just park there and just let him get in. It's been working really well that way. I don't know why I'm stressing anyway, because I know that while court's going on, she's not really gonna do anything. I know that first visit she was a little smart-mouthy and hateful, but other than that, she really didn't do anything. And if that's the worst she ever does to me again, well, I think I can handle that. But I don't know. I've also been having my sex drive and my sexual desires starting to come back to me, and that's kind of added another little issue I need to try to figure out, because I'm not wanting to date anyone. I told myself not for a year, at least, not even consider it for a year. And now I've got to make that fit with my sex drive, and you know, it's a little bit difficult, because biology is a very strong thing. And you know, I've had a lot of women hitting on me since they found out I was single, and you know, I don't know if it's just because they're desperate, or if they're actually interested in a relationship with me, or if they're just flying monkeys, you know. But I just have, you know, I think a lot of men will understand where I'm coming from. I don't know if women necessarily will, but for men, you know, it's just a really powerful urge and really powerful need, you know. And it can kind of override your emotional. And that's where I'm trying to have the difficulty at in reconciling those two. You know, I've been offered, you know, just some casual sex, and I'm not even sure that's a good idea. I don't feel like it's a good idea, and I kind of think I need to trust my instincts. I never said I'd be celibate, you know, but I really don't think at this point that I can handle it. And I hope I can keep that frame of mind. I hope that I can keep that focus on that, and not cause myself to be set back any, or cause myself to attach to someone, because that's one of my main worries is, you know, because I know a lot of guys out there that are just wham bam, thank you ma'am, and not even have a second thought about it. I've never really been like that. You know, I always kind of form attachment, I guess you would say. I don't know. And I'm worried that if I did something like that, then the codependent in me would latch onto someone, and I would be right back at square one. And that is absolutely not anything I want to do. I don't know if anybody else out there's had any kind of issues like this, but I'd appreciate any feedback. I've looked up a little bit of stuff online, and it's not really helped me much. I haven't really searched YouTube for videos yet, but I'm kind of just rambling at the moment, to be honest, because I'm just really anxious. I'm trying not to be. I can distract myself or whatnot. And I notice I haven't been in the support groups as much lately. Maybe that's something I ought to do. I mean, I get in there and I kind of look through them, but, you know, having started this job and everything, it's been a big shift, and I'm having all these shifts at once, and different things are coming up, and I'm having to try to make everything work and fit in my life. Whereas before, when I didn't have a job, it was a lot easier to maintain a clear and present focus on that moment, you know. But whenever I went back to work, I noticed myself becoming a lot of the ways that I used to be. And I'm not saying that's all necessarily a bad thing, but because I've also noticed that in a lot of ways I'm not like I used to be. I'm a little bit more outspoken. I'm a little bit, well, I would say used to be when I was with her. Because before her, you know, I could talk to people and get along with people, you know, co-workers and stuff like that. But when I was with her, that's one reason I went into business for myself, is because as the boss, I could put up that wall, and I could not have to worry about, you know, maintaining a healthy friendship with anybody or anything. And I think now that I'm back in the real world as it is, and I'm acclimating back to life, I think it's a good thing. I've noticed that, but there are times when I notice that I just want to shut down, and I just want to be left alone and things like that. And I just have to experience them and try to understand why I'm feeling that way, and kind of talk to myself, you know. Like I said, you know, I know I've grown a lot in a short amount of time, and it really does worry me, because I feel like I may not be working through everything I need to. And I really haven't gone through the anger phase yet. I mean, I've gotten angry at her, and I've screamed in this car so loud, and I've screamed at my house so loud, you know, no one around or anything, but it's not really been an angry thing. I don't know if I just worked through that when I was in the relationship and just dealt with it then. Oh man, the closer I get, it just knots in my stomach. But if I just become more accepting of that the relationship was over. And I think that's kind of some of it, because once I started learning about this narcissist stuff and how screwed up these people really are, then I think I started to detach from her, and I started to begin looking at myself. And I know I did do that a lot. I began looking at myself and trying to figure out what I was doing. The first part was to see what I was doing wrong in a relationship, and it turned out I really wasn't doing nothing wrong. I was feeding into her cycles what I was doing wrong, and I was letting her abuse me. That's what I was doing wrong. But as far as being a good mate and a good husband, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was trying my best, and I was constantly trying to improve on that. And I know that if I ever do get with someone, then I will be more prepared. I'm not going to say I'm going to be a perfect mate. No, I by far, I doubt it, because I'm kind of worried about that first relationship, to be honest, because it could be a very trying one, not only for me, but for them, because I'm going to have to get used to being in a relationship that is not abusive. And she's not here yet, but I'm a few minutes early. Which I'd rather be here first anyway. I don't know why. And I figure she'll eventually start coming in late, or I keep waiting for her not to show up at all. But I don't know. I've just got a lot going on, and it always happens in groups, you know. But I really don't know what else to say. I just gotta turn this recorder off, and yeah, I just woke up, well, about an hour and a half ago, but it's just stress and stuff, man, just dealing with it. But I'm gonna turn this off and get ready to start my voice recorder, because I have to voice record the whole day. I do that just to protect myself. And you know, I haven't had anything bad come up yet from any visits so far, but in the recordings that I've gotten with my son, you know, just talking to him, not prying or questioning him or anything, he stated several times that, you know, he kind of he kept calling my place home and how nice it would be to live there is what he said last visit, and there's some other stuff that's been said, but right now he's not even allowed to stay a night. I just get him from 8 to 5, but alright, thank you.